but they just put up 610 channel points, so they might make that back. Oh, okay, we're starting it right off. We're starting it right off with a Viper shot. A second Viper shot. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, that's just how this match is gonna go, I suppose. All right. Oh my Christ.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there.
3, 2, 1.
If I was gonna say like it could be regional discrepancies, but Slowyd's blue side, so he should be
Okay.
maybe one's just not good.
Yeah, Slowyd gets the drop block there, so that definitely requires good ping in order to get that. So I don't know. I think it just Cron recently with these Viper ellipse curves has been just going crazy.
Oof. So yeah, Cron famously does not like bullet hell, and
Woo! Gets hit by about half of that hammer nade, I want to say. Yeah, he definitely has been resisting the hammer ellipse meta. But yeah, he's been getting really good with the Viper ellipse. I kind of want to say to people who are using the Viper ellipse, why aren't you using Luma ellipse? But as someone who's recently tried the Luma ellipse, it's so much harder to use.
I'm one of the few people that do Luma ellipse in terms of these.
Lucky. Oh my gosh, he's on Sliver.
Yeah, Cron actually just having Slowyd. There's not much Slowyd can really do. I think that Cron's going to make it work with him, and Slowyd's going to have a loadout for him.
Oh, and with the weapon throw. Okay, Cron's going to go ahead and take game 1. Yeah, that extra ammunition lance. It's funny because it sort of gets you moving like the high. Okay, we're going immediately for a weapon swap. Let's go to.
Well, yeah, Slowyd's got to get rid of that Nova Hurricane. It's doing nothing.
That's understandable. I mean, it's still forcing movement, but it's just. I find the thing now with Hurricane is different than the thing it was before that I was worried about. I see a lot of builds, and excuse me 1 second as I get the highlight set up. I've seen a lot of builds that try and use the Hurricane, but it's just so slow sometimes that it's almost ineffective because it just takes so long to mobilize.
I would just that the main reason that it's bad for Slowyd here is because to get it towards the backstage or to get it where you want, you got to walk to the front of the stage to get there. And you're just walking into a Viper ellipse range.
True.
Slowyd wants to put together a build where he doesn't have to walk at the front. He should just go full bullet hell, hammer ellipse, all that jazz, and just stay at the back. Full Monty Band kind of or 24 loadout.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because it's forcing him to the front of his podium, which is exactly where Cron wants him to be. That's a good point. I didn't think about that, but it's because of the difference in the curves. He kind of, like, just looking at this replay that's playing right now, he can kind of get away with standing at the middle of his podium, but he really wants to be sitting at the back dodging those Viper ellipse shots. He doesn't want to be anywhere near the front. All right, we got our next code, too.
I think Slowyd could aim like 5 Viper ellipses in 2 rounds.
Yep.
And the way you count Viper ellipses, you stand at the back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that actually, I can back that up. That is the exact count. It was 5. It was 3 in the first round, 2 in the second round. So, the exact count.
Okay, well, he hasn't gone for a hammer ellipse, which I'm not really too surprised at. He's replaced it with a Raptor. And I think, Slowyd does like doing the double Raptor follow-up rather than the Wildcat Raptor ellipse. When you got both guns in both hands.
Yeah.
And part of the reason is much harder to drop block that. As I found to my boss today. Yeah.
The other thing too is that you know what, Raptor really never hurts to swap it out. And swapping out, 6 seconds for 2 seconds. That all of a sudden has made this build a lot more quick. He was running the charge hammer before, right? I'm not going crazy about that. Oh, but you know what? Yeah, Crawnster. So what exactly is that hammer attachment? Because I'm still working to unlock all the hammer attachments. It's extra collision, right?
see the speed of collision, but also important thing to note, I think Crawnster changed his hammer nade attachment, because I don't think he was running slow hammer before. I think he was running fast.
I think he was, maybe. I want to say he was, but I could be just misremembering. It's just such a common attachment at this point. Ooh, Crawnster goes to grab for it, but it ends up popping. He does a good job of getting out of the way of it.
Oh.
Ooh, popped the shield. Even if it didn't land, it still popped the shield.
That's true, but when you go for the hammer free, like hammer nade free box, something's going wrong. That's.
Ooh, who popped the shield? But the hammer nade still goes off. He can't quite grab the Wildcat. That's the thing I hate the most about switching to the quest. I can't grab weapons that are behind me anymore. It kind of sucks.
You just scrabble around for it blind.
Yep.
Hope for the best. Hope that your controllers get thrown
Yeah.
somehow.
Hope that the tracking somehow magically teleports behind you. All right, going to the last 40 seconds. Slowad's looking pretty healthy.
Yeah. And now he's got that raptor, he's just got a more defensive option.
Yeah.
Not just
Oh, there we go! Hitting the Viper Ellipse! All right, that's going to be fairly even. I still think Slowyd has a lead heading into the last 20 seconds.
he just needs to dodge everything.
Yep. Ooh, that's not dodging everything, Crawnster! Ooh, the ellipses come out. He's got a little bit of a semblance of a combo in the last 10 seconds. Can he get it to mobilize? He's got the ellipse! He could end it here! No, but he doesn't see the... Nah, he doesn't see the Raptor ellipse behind him, sadly. And Slowyd's gonna go ahead and take round one. He held on, though.
That's one of the nice things about having the Viper ellipse in every other round.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard, because, like, I don't want to give up the Raptor, because, again, it's just such a good general-purpose weapon, while Raptor Ellipse, in my eyes, although still defensive, is mostly, like, an offensive version of it. But running both of them's kind of hard, unless you're using them explicitly in that combo, especially when fast Wildcat is an option now. I mean, it's obviously still good, it just takes up a lot of slots on the build.
Yeah, but the nice thing about Raptors is it's defensive options as well as it's semi-aggressive. So
Yep.
you can just use stuff out of the air.
Yeah.
It was I use it when I'm going up against bounce Vipers now. That's my account trick. You just shoot them out of the air so they don't bounce.
Nice drop blocks there from Cron. Ooh, gets the shield pop. Look at those curves! Oh my goodness! Ooh, man. That is popping like right in front of Slowyd. Ooh, just taking a little bit of damage from that bullet hell. Last 40 seconds. Cron takes another hit from the Raptors. Excuse me.
I haven't really played Cron enough to know this, but I'm getting the impression that Cron is very good. But Slowyd just knows that he stays in the map and just throws out, a number of pellets for he doesn't seem to have a dodging like that.
Dude! Yeah, and so just the longer that Cron takes to take Slowyd out, the more that Slowyd can just continuously put down the wall of bullets! The wall of bullets in the last 5 seconds! Oh, he's gonna take it though! Oh my god, with a sliver of health, Crawnster's gonna make it out of there. Oh. Yeah, it's just, he can sit at the back of his podium, and I mean, even without the hammer ellipse, just with the charge hammer, using the uncharged version of the charge hammer, and with the hammer nade and the Wildcat, he can just continuously put down all sorts of delicious bullet hell. Meanwhile, Cron can do damage much faster, but that's entirely dependent on how much he actually hits Slowyd.
Yeah, getting off that Nova Hurricane really allows Slowyd to have a much more defensive build where he just stays at the back, and that's exactly what he needs to get this style of loadout.
Yeah. The other thing too is that Cron's burning through a lot of his build faster than Slowyd's burning through theirs, just because of the shorter cooldowns. I mean, actually, is it shorter cooldowns? Yeah, shorter cooldowns, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It was the same cooldown when he was running, ooh, the Nova Hurricane. Steps out of bounds. I personally have stepped out of bounds just literally every single day this week, it seems. Just doing nothing but stepping out of bounds. Ooh.
I only do it in crucial matches.
Yeah, I only do it when it's important to not take damage. And then I take 55 damage from stepping out of bounds. Ooh, tries to use an 8 as he's in the corner, but Slowyd doing a good job of baiting it out of the way. All right, last 30 seconds. Cron's gotta make moves. One ellipse could change this entire match. Woo! He keeps on landing that Hurricane close. He should be going for the additional spread. The additional spread could do him super well here. Oh, he steps out of bounds again! Okay, last 10 seconds here. Oh, Slowyd gets him with the hammer nade. No! Wait! Oh no! Cron! In the last seconds. Oh, Slowyd's gonna go ahead and take game 2. Oh my god.
Well, I would imagine. I'm not sure who's initiating this swap. You inherently think it's going to be the person who just lost, but that game was so close.
Yeah. Also, so sorry, folks. We are going to cut to a quick ad break, but obviously, if you're subscribed, you still get to see our beautiful faces. Gotta make sure to fit that in. Fit that in between our weapon swaps here, or else I'll never get them in. Gotta make sure that we get that additional 55% ad revenue that Twitch upped. Yeah, I mean, I could see Cron going for swapping out the Viper lips. They just need more hazards. They need to put that lance back on. That lance was doing them well. I don't know why they took that off.
I don't for a second think that Cron's going to take out the Viper. Yeah, he'll probably bring back Lance because that was working for him. I think he's going to keep Viper lips just because, you know, why? Like he hit 5 Viper lip shots in the first game.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is that like I feel like with the bullet hell build, the strength of the bullet hell build is the fact that you essentially punish your opponent for moving. So what you do is you just put down the cloud of bullets and then you straight fire at your opponent and they either take the straight fire or they dodge into the cloud of your bullets and take damage. But what Cron's going for here is he has one weapon that's really doing most of the damage on his build. He needs to then build around that.
He's got rid of Viper lips.
Yes.
I am very surprised. He's subbed in a Luma and he has gone for that lance, like you said.
And for normal Luma too. And for and fast hammer nade. There you go. Okay.
So it's a different style of play. Normal Luma's going to have more pressure on the back line against Slowyd. If Cron's good with the Luma, I think this is a very good pickup. It's a bit strange to see him be pushed off his Viper ellipse. So, but that's a good recognition of him that the Viper ellipse has been. I wouldn't say nullified. It's still, you know, puts a lot of pressure, but handled.
Yeah. The other thing is that the duration of the extra ammunition lance, that plus the fact that Luma has to be handled with 2 hands, that might actually stall him out more than he thinks. Because I think that the extra ammunition lance paired with the Viper ellipse, you can fire both of those off at the same time to keep your opponent moving. For this one, he's gonna have to kind of set it down and then go in with the Luma if he wants to use it that way. But we'll see how he uses it. Oh, come on now. There we go. Ooh, taking a lot of damage. He had the Luma in hand. Oh, there we go. Okay, landing one shot. It's going to be a lot of bullets coming to his side. Slowyd steps into the beam just a little bit. Cron taking 20 damage. Oh!
An interesting point about this hammer nade that Cron has. You can 100 to 0 someone in full burst.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I think it's a bit slept on right now. I mean, I still think that the slow hammer nade's really good, but I think that as far as, you know, damage dealing and if you can throw it close to your opponent, I think it can give you a pretty solid advantage.
Yeah, it comes out the hammer nade slower than
Yeah.
Mercury, so it's harder to actually land. But it's I think I'd agree with you. I think it's definitely the second best option to have.
Yeah. I think that if you have something to fill the gap, if you have something to fill the like center part of the actual spread, then it becomes really good. So like that paired with the Wildcat, I've been using that a lot recently, and it's been paying off. Ooh, okay. Ooh, the extra! There we go, the extra spread. Okay, he was using the Luma there in between lance shots, kind of juggling a bit there. Oh, there we go with the hammer nade. Cron's gonna go ahead and take round 1. Oh.
I would say that the reason that hammer 3, nade 3 is so good is because it works so well with the hammer ellipse.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. He's got a much faster bullet hell combo.
Yeah.
It's hammer nade.
Yeah, and that's the thing is
we get to see it.
it does so well with hammer ellipse that what a lot of people have done is basically just been running it by itself to get discount bullet hell. Which I mean, I think it's good. I think it pays off. But again, Cron is really relying on doing a lot of damage when he hits, not really doing a lot of poke damage. You know, he really wants to get 20 damage every single time he hits, and then he just has to focus on landing 5 of those Luma shots. Ooh, pushing him over. Oh, the shield comes out. Saves Slowyd. Ooh. Hey, thank you to Fawcett for following. Appreciate having you on board. All right, we're about a minute into this. Both of them are looking pretty healthy, all things considered. Ooh, okay, Slowyd taking a little bit of damage from that hammer ellipse. Or the hammer ellipse, hammer nade.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, the juggle doesn't quite pay off. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, you know, Cron's got a great offense, and it's kind of a great offense meeting a fantastic defense. So,
yeah. There you go, Fawcett. When I'm saying Cron, I'm referring to Crawnster. It's not a weapon, unless Resolution really decides that they want to favor him. All right, 5 seconds left on the clock, and Slowy's in the red. It looks like this one's gonna go to Crawnster. And that is gonna go to Crawnster. GG's. All right, are we gonna see another weapon swap? Is the question.
I think we might.
I think we might.
If Slowyd does it, I wouldn't actually be surprised to see him go back to another Hurricane.
Oh no. Okay.
He doesn't need staying at the back's no longer so important.
Yeah. I think it was a really good call out. I've never really made that connection myself. That Luma actually does better when they're on the back line just due to that rate of fire.
Well, also just speed and the fact it goes straight. You know, it's easier to hit. Like,
ooh,
when you've got a bit of curve, it's
where is that Luma shot going? Where is that Luma shot going? If he hits with this, I swear. Oof. It did go like right to the center of Slowyd's platform though. That was nasty if he gets it to work. Ooh, all right, Luma comes out, but nothing lands. Yeah, I think Slowyd is wagering that he knows how to get around this build now.
Yeah, I think Slowyd, he's taken a game to understand how this works. You know, that's always the way with the weapons. You need to understand what your win conditions are. And Slowyd's win condition really seems to be just dodging his Luma.
Yeah.
And dealing with the hammer.
Yeah, Slowyd wins the war of attrition. So he just has to avoid taking damage, really is what it is. Ooh, okay, there we go, 20 damage coming out from the Luma. Cron's being pinned back by the hammer nade. Ooh, Slowyd taking another Raptor ellipse shot, bringing him just below half health. And honestly, Cron is I know I was saying that Slowyd wins the war of attrition, but Cron honestly has avoided a lot of damage these last 2 games.
Yeah, I think he's also understanding how to deal with this wall of pellets better. Then
yeah.
He was struggling in the first 2 games a lot.
Ooh.
So it's 6 damage. I mean, 6 damage doesn't feel like a lot, but it stacks up.
Ooh. Very nice. Fast on the Luma, and Crawnster goes ahead and takes round 1. All right. Set point for Crawnster.
1. Blaston.
Oh, okay. Nice. Taking out the nade with the charge hammer. Takes a little bit of damage in the process, but honestly, still pretty good.
I mean, this is the final round, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he takes it.
Yeah, set point for Slowyd. I love that little head weave from Crawnster to get out of the way of the weapon throw. Oh, okay. Slowyd taking another shot. Oh, still does 10 damage though. That slowed Luma. Turbo pointed out in chat, he's like, yeah, those slowed Lumas aren't gonna do the full 20 damage, but 10 damage is pretty respectable.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rapper, sure.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
1 minute.
Ooh. All right, Cron does manage to take a little bit of chip damage, but Slowyd ducks down into a Luma shot. Come on, Slowyd. You gotta survive.
The trouble is, when you're in a war of attrition, which you should win, the minute the opponent gets a lead and you've got a defensive playstyle or a defensive aim, you are screwed, because you have to then use a fairly defensive build compared to your opponents and turn that into an aggressive one.
Oh, Cron's going for the weapon throw damage. No, go, no, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him, Cron. How could you do it to him live in 4K? Oh, good game.
You know what? Well played, Crawl.
Yeah.